you're getting some carols ready to play this Christmas at the piano, maybe you're looking for some ways to spice it up so it doesn't sound like the same old thing, or maybe you're just a beginner and you're not sure how you can make your carol sound a little bit less beginner-like. I've got some ideas for you in this video. Let's take a look.
7 ways to play your Christmas carols. We will be starting this example with the First Noel, and this video is designed for very beginners, and then it goes on to get a little bit more complicated, but not so complicated that you couldn't try it if you're just starting out. So let's take a look. The first way will be just playing the melody. I'm going to play all of these in the key of C, but if you've seen my other video that talks about transposing carols, changing the keys, you could use those principles here and transpose any of this to the other key. All right, let's take a look at the melody. So there, if that's all that you're ready to do, that is great. A good way to play for yourself or to keep your friends and family on track while you're singing carols. Now let's look at the second way. We're going to add to that exact melody on the left hand our chords. A C chord, and this is just a chord shell, so we're missing the middle note that some of you might know. And then the up shape, which takes the place of an F chord, back to C, and also the down shape, which takes the place of a G chord. So let's see what that would look like. And then it repeats, so I'm going to jump towards the end.
Marcy Davis here from Quick Start Piano. If you are enjoying the content in this video, make sure to let me know by hitting the like button and also the subscribe button. And if you'd like to leave me a comment, I'd love to hear it.
All right, so that was the second way. Let's take a look at the third way. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in on the left hand, we're going to add our middle note for the full chord. So the up shape now becomes the F chord, back to C, and the down shape now becomes the G chord. But we're not going to play it just like this, because that's kind of heavy. You could play it that way, so that would be a bonus eighth way. Instead, we're going to do a little oom-pa pattern. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then you might end with the full chord. Okay, let's see what that would look like. And then I'm going to add some pedal and see what that sounds like. I'm skipping again to the end. Gives it a little bit more resonance there. Okay, that was the third way. The fourth way, we're going to take our chord and just make a little arpeggio, a little broken chord, starting at the bottom, going to the top of each chord. And I'm also going to throw some pedal on here. Skipping to the end. So with a pedal, I was pedaling at the beginning of every measure of every 3 beats. Depending on the piano you're using, if you're using a digital piano like me, that would probably be fine. If you're using an acoustic piano or even a big grand piano, you might have to pedal more often. You just let your ear be the guide. All right, let's take a look at version 5. We're still going to do an arpeggio, but now we're going to do it faster on the left hand. So 1 and 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. 2, 3. So it's a little more motion at the beginning of the measure, and then a little bit of less motion, and that gives the right hand some time to shine. So let's hear that. Let's look at the 6th way, and this one is more contemporary. The others were all more traditional, based off on the 1, 4, and 5 chords, and we're still using the same chords, but we have now a more contemporary pattern that's syncopated. So the left hand is going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and... Let's see what that would sound like.
If you'd like a printed out sheet music version of all the different variations I just showed you, you can find it at quickstartpiano.com. Look for the link in the comments.
All right, that was the 6th version. Let's look at the 7th and last version. So in this version, we're not going to play the melody at all. There are some situations where that would be more desirable. If people are singing, you don't really need to play the melody if they're very strong singers. Also, if you're playing with a group of other instruments who are playing the melody, it could sound better actually if you drop out and just play accompaniment. So I'm going to use the same contemporary pattern down below, and what we're going to do is we're going to make a little counter melody on the right hand that avoids the actual melody notes. And what I'm doing is I'm stealing notes from each chord. So on C, these are my choices. And on F, these are my choices. I could play any of those. And then on G, those are my choices. And then also you can add in a little passing note, which I actually did start with the melody note. So even though this is technically a C chord, this goes by so fast it still sounds good. All right, so let's take a look at what I've got here. C chord, F chord, C, F, C, G, C, C, F, C, F, C, G, C, C, F, C, F, C, G. And then I forgot there's a little bonus in there. Halfway through, I switched my left-hand pattern. So instead of just doing the home up and down, I was actually reading the chord and going to that home bass. So C, F, and G, which actually sounds really good in this pattern. So C, jump to F, C, jump to F, C, G. So I guess I could have made that an 8th pattern, but this will just be a bonus. So I hope that gives you some ideas for your Christmas. Have fun with it. I'll see you in the next video.